Hey YouTubers and YouTubettes, welcome to part 3 of my Q&A, probably the last part. Oh yeah, it should be. So the next question is by J-Dub of the Dead. And he actually starts off his question with a Movie John 75 imitation, so I'm going to do my best. He says, "What's going on, gangsters? Woo!" That was my best Movie John 75 imitation. Hey, kitty! Sorry, my cat was after the camera. Okay, anyway. He says, "I got the question. Do you have a favorite movie that you wouldn't want anyone else to know you still watch? Maybe something like a childhood fave or a guilty pleasure." I gave that some thought, and I would probably have to say Grease. I gotta say it. I like Grease. Say I'm channel surfing and I stumble upon it on TV, I'll watch it. That actually happened on Christmas. I was at my girlfriend's grandparents' house, and everyone was upstairs, and I went to the basement at one point because her little cousin was down there, so I sat down with him, just talking, and he was channel surfing, and Grease was on. I'm like, wait, leave it there! It was the race scene. We had to watch it. So yeah, I like Grease, but I would never admit to it, but now you know. Next questions are by the movie DVD Pick. She has 7 questions. First question: how many VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and TV shows do you have in your collection? Well, it's like I said before, I have about 400 VHSs, close to 400 DVDs, about 10 Blu-rays, and I never really counted my TV shows, but I have quite a few of them, close to 50, I guess. So, yeah, quite a few stuff in my collection. How did you get started on being on YouTube? Well, about 3 years ago, I had my own channel called It's Jex TV. And what that was, it was just me doing little skits, you know, just being funny, being an idiot, you know, but it had a little bit of success, I guess you could say, with the, you know, with the local people, you know, I get a little bit of recognition, which was cool. But I had another channel called VHS Goodies, which was, I just put stuff that I found on VHS, like trailers or, you know, scenes from movies and whatnot, or old commercials, whatever, and that infringed copyright, of course, so it got deleted, and since my Jex TV account was linked to the same email address, they deleted everything, so my Jex TV account was deleted as well. So that was how I really got started on YouTube, and now last March, it's going on a year actually, Alex and I started Cinebros Supreme, and everything's been going good so far. Made sure to open it on an individual email address, so so far so good. How many movie posters do you own, and where do you get them at? I have maybe about 10 of them that are framed, I guess, but in total I have about 40 or close to 50 posters that are all rolled up somewhere. Well, I have them in the storage room. Some good ones that I just don't have room for. Some of them are just random posters I got for free, because I got most of them at the video store where I worked. Some of them I got at the movie theater. You know, I'd ask if I could get some posters. I got some at the local drive-in. Same thing, I'd ask if they had posters to give away. So that's where I get most of my posters. Some of them I bought off eBay. I think I bought two posters off eBay. The Party Animal US and the Party Animal British poster. So yeah, so that would conclude my posters. I just framed my favorite ones. Will you ever do a movie and room tour? Well, I did kind of a tour of my video vault early on this year. Early January, I just showed how I you know, stored everything on my VHSs and stuff, and I showed my new DVD shelf. So that's probably, that would probably qualify as the room tour. As far as movie tour, I plan on going through my VHS one of these days. It's gonna, sorry, not VHS, it's DVDs. I already did a VHS tour. DVD tour I'd like to do. It's gonna be easier now that they're all on my shelf all together. So yeah, I'll get around to it. Do you also collect toys or anything movie related? Or TV shows? Well, yeah, TV shows I have, like I said, I have about maybe 50 box sets or so, which I'll probably do a video of with my DVD collection. Toys, I don't really collect movie-related toys or anything. I have my old toys from growing up. You know, some that are movie-related. You know, I got lots of Star Wars action figures. I got Ghostbusters. I know I had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man somewhere. I got some Gremlins action figures and stuff. Which I'd love to go. They're all probably in boxes in the attic. I still have them. I don't want to get rid of those, but whenever I move to my own place or whatever, I'd like to definitely go through those and kind of display them, definitely. So yeah, but I don't really collect toys per se. Next question, do you own any box set movies? I have some box sets. Indiana Jones, I have the Ghostbusters box set, Star Wars, Rambo, I got the Police Academy box set. Those are the only ones that come to mind. I think those are pretty much the only big movie box sets that I have. And the last question by the movie DVD pick. Do people ever tell you look like Justin Long and that guy on iCarly? Yeah, sometimes actually, quite a bit. Justin Long, not so much anymore, I guess, because I got a little bit of a beard going on and whatnot. But I had quite a few people tell me I resemble Justin Long a bit. And the guy on iCarly, more and more, actually. I don't watch the show. I guess Spencer, I believe his name is. I got people coming up to me, telling me I look like him, yeah. I know when I used to work at the video store, this woman would come in with her little boy, and he'd always kind of look at me with a little smile, you know, like, you know, I always like, hey, how are you, you know, and the mom was like, oh, I'm sorry, he just finds you look like this guy. You ever see iCarly? And I'd be like, no. And she was like, well, you look just like this guy on that show. And I was like, really? And actually, Alex told me that too. He's like, man, you look like this dude on iCarly, your brother. And I was like, really? So, yeah, I get it quite a bit. So, yeah, so thanks for the great questions. Next question by Anthony. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce your name. Anthony111 Isivilok. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. He asks, hi, have you ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and ever heard of music artist Kate Bush? Yes, I have seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I love that movie, actually. I have it on DVD, which I'm glad I do because I don't know if it's out of print, but I never see it anywhere anymore. So, I only found it that one time, which was like 6 years ago. So yeah, I've seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Love it. And no, I've never heard of music artist Kate Bush. So sorry about that. So yeah, cool question. Thank you. Next up, Horror and More 2, my buddy. He says he has a few questions. He says, worst movie you've ever seen? And I had to think about it, but I would probably have to say Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. The first one was cool. The first one was pretty funny, but that one there, I've only seen it one time. It was in theaters, which was like way back in 2005 it came out, I think. And I was just like, you know, I like silly movies. I'm pretty, tolerant as far as bad movies go. But that one there, I was just sitting there like, man, this sucks. Like, did 5-year-olds write the jokes? Like, it's just so unfunny. And I was pissed. Like, you know, when you say I want my money back, that doesn't happen to me often, but I wanted my money back. You know, I didn't ask for my money back, but I was just like, what a ripoff. You know, this movie is terrible. So yeah, Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. Opinions on Neve Campbell. She's cool. You know, you know how there are actors and actresses that you don't really think about most of the time, but then when you see them on screen, you're just like, oh yeah, they're cool. You know, that's pretty much what I think about Neve Campbell. You know, I loved her in the Scream movies. Can't wait for Scream 4 this year. So yeah, she's cool. Most valued VHS. I have it right here. I got ready for this shit. I'll probably have to say my clamshell, my Warner clamshell of Piranha. I love it. I love Warner clamshells in general. So yeah, it's probably this is the VHS I have that's most valued to me. I don't know if you meant valuable money-wise, but this is my most valued VHS to me. It's the one I like the most in my VHS collection. So yeah. Next question by Horror and More 2. Pet peeve when you buy VHS tapes, something you don't like about them, etc. I'm not a fan of cut boxes. I mean, I'll still buy the movie even if it has a cut box, simply because, you know, I want to see the movie or I want to own it. You know, it's not enough to stop me from buying them, but I'm really not a fan. It is a pet peeve. I don't like it when the boxes are cut. Also, I hate it when I buy VHSs and it has mold on it. That's another pet peeve, because, you know, sometimes I won't notice right away, and I get home ready to watch it. It's like, shit, mold. So those would be my two biggest pet peeves as far as VHS tapes go. And where did you? I like this question. Where did you get the lamp by your VHS rack? That you can't really see it now, I don't think, but right here, you probably saw it in my other videos. I got that actually at Walmart. It's been about 5 years now, so they might still sell it. You can check it out. I don't know if they still sell that particular model, but it is a fine lamp. Good taste, sir. It's probably my favorite piece of my favorite decorative piece I own. It's definitely a cool lamp. So thanks for the great questions. Starting to talk like Elmer Fudd. Thanks for the great questions. Horror and More 2. And I think these are the last questions. Yep, by Traumatic Addict. He asks, what's your favorite food / snack? Well, my favorite snack that I like to make myself when I watch a movie, sandwiches. Everyone who knows me knows that I love sandwiches. Not a specific kind of sandwich, just whatever I can find in my fridge. I'll improvise, you know, take some cold cut meats, Miracle Whip, any sauce I can find, depends on the mood, mustard, Thousand Island dressing, sometimes I'll put on there, ranch sauce, depending on my mood, put some Swiss cheese on there, lettuce, tomato, whatever. Like I said, it depends on my mood. I improvise, but I love making myself sandwiches, and I usually, if I have buddies with me, I'll offer sandwiches, and I've been told I make some pretty kick-ass sandwiches, so that's what people have told me. Do you collect anything else besides DVDs and VHS? Yeah, I collect vinyl records. I actually did a few videos. It's been a few months now. I did some videos on the highlights of my vinyl collection. I just love vinyl. I love everything about them, the look of them, the sound. I just love that. Yeah, I love that. I love listening to vinyl. So yeah, I collect vinyl. I also, well, this is only recent. I've started getting back into comic books because I watch so many people on here talk about comics. Cyber 1976, Movie John 75, Scott Slasher World, the West Virginia 3, also ECW fan, and JT of the Dead. He's been talking about comics on here lately sometimes. So yeah, I've just been watching those people talk about comics, and it really got me back. You know, I got some comics from when I grew up, but never really collected them. But now I've been buying more and really collecting them, and, you know, keeping them in good shape, keeping them in the plastic sleeves. So yeah, I now collect comics. So yeah, those two things, vinyl records and comics, I collect, besides DVDs and VHS. And I guess cassette tapes too, like audio cassettes. I'll still buy those from pawn shops. I still got a good cassette player, so yeah. What are some of your hobbies? Well, I like editing. I like editing and, you know, kind of putting little videos together and directing. Little skits I've done. If you want to see stuff I've done, you can check out. There's a few videos floating around on YouTube that I've contributed to. The Lindsay Factor. That's one that I directed and edited, and I'm in it. But don't watch it for my acting skills. I'm not much of an actor, but check it out just because I edited it together, and directed it, and pretty proud of how it looks. Also, The Third Wheel, which stars myself and my sister brother Alex, and my beloved girlfriend Sarah. She's in it as well. It was supposed to be a series, but we just never had the time to make other ones, so we made that kind of like a pilot. The Third Wheel, episode 1, look it up. I edited that one as well, and I'm really proud. I'm really glad of what it looks like. So yeah, editing is a great hobby of mine. So if you want to check those videos out, let me know what you think. Another hobby, I don't know if this qualifies as a hobby, but I just love being outdoors, taking long walks, listening to tunes. I do that a lot. It's hard for me to spend a day without just going to take my walk. Even if it's a short walk, I just love getting fresh air. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that qualifies as a hobby, but love the outdoors. Fourth question by Traumatic Addict. Favorite horror film and favorite comedy? Well, that goes back to what I answered earlier. Favorite horror film, Evil Dead. Love that movie. And comedy, probably, again, Dazed and Confused. Love that movie since I was about 12 years old. My older sister Caroline introduced it to me, and it was like summer of '98, and I've loved it ever since. So, yeah. Dazed and Confused would be my favorite comedy. And last and fifth question by Traumatic Addict. What is your least favorite DVD, VHS in your collection? Well, I got prepared for this. Least favorite DVD, I would have to say Death Race 2000 with Sylvester Stallone and David Carradine. It's a cool movie. It was produced by Roger Corman, and I like the movie, but this specific edition is just so homemade. It's an obvious VHS rip, a bad VHS rip too. You know, if you're gonna sell a DVD from a VHS rip, at least take a good VHS copy. This one has lines going sometimes and static, and it's like, wow, I paid $5 for that DVD, and you know, I don't know. Like, you pay money. I know it's only $5. It's not that much, good thing, but you pay money for a store DVD. You expect quality. So yeah, this would be my least favorite DVD because of those reasons, the quality. In VHSs, I got a couple. Let me just reach over here. Because I buy a lot of VHSs that I just haven't seen or heard of. So a lot of blind buys, and sometimes they're just not that great. Like Head Office on Thorn EMI. I bought it because it had such great actors: Judge Reinhold, Rick Moranis, Danny DeVito, Jane Seymour. But I couldn't really get into it. It wasn't that great. Hot to Trot with Bobcat Goldthwait. It just was a bad movie. The only really good thing about it is that John Candy does the voice of the horse. So that was the only, and I'm a John Candy fan, so that's the only thing that made me watch the movie all the way through. Other ones I couldn't even finish. Bottoms Up. I bought this one because it was on Prism Entertainment. It says released in '87. This tape was released in '87, but the movie must have been done in the '70s or something. Looks really old school and not very well done. I watched maybe 50 minutes of it and just got really tired of it. It just really wasn't that great. And Over the Summer, that was awful. I watched like half hour, and I know what you're thinking. Well, Jackson, if you keep watching, maybe it picks up after a while. But if you don't enjoy 1 second in a half hour, a lot of the times, like, what's the use of? Why keep going? So yeah, those would be probably my least favorite VHSs in my collection. So I think that's it. Those would be all the questions that were asked to me in this wonderful Q&A. I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed reading all the questions and answering them, and I hope you liked the answers. And yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.